All right, we are live in Cambodia. You're watching Tom Trips Out. If you're new to my channel, I'm a Canadian. I'm from Toronto and I've lived in Phnom Penh, Cambodia for like 3 years now. And if you go check out my channel, I have proper videos as well as these live streams. So I actually make proper videos too, with information on how to move here, how to become a teacher, how to follow in my footsteps and get a guaranteed teaching job when you get here. And then also just what it's like, and then I show you adventures I go on with my bands and stuff like that. We explore the neighborhoods and I do these live streams so I can connect with you guys and you could talk to me in real time. And right now we're heading towards a local market. I've gone there before. It's called Buong Trobek Plaza. And it's like very local market. It's been a little while since I've gone there. It's always like cramped, and when you get to the market, I mean, it's like very narrow places to stand and walk, and then there's people trying to come through on motorbikes, like delivering ice and other stuff like that, and then I'm there like a big tall idiot standing in the way with my phone and stuff. But we just gonna go for it for you guys. So this guy's saying, squeak, 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 bring out your cardboard or your recycling. Mary says, hey, caught you live. Welcome. And hey, I've got links below to if you want to find out more about the teaching program I took. It's with AVSE, and there's a link to their website. They have many different programs. They're government accredited, and they line you up with a job placement after. I also have links in there. I have a members section on this YouTube where I make extra videos and behind the scenes stuff and post stuff only for members. So if you're interested in that, it's only $4.99. You could even just do it for 1 month. That's like a nice way to support my channel, and then you actually get something out of it, because in the members section now, there's like over 100 videos there that only members can see. Mostly stuff I'm eating or behind the scenes stuff like that. We need to get across over there. It's a really hot, sunny day today. After this, I plan to make some videos. I'm out today. Finally got my butt out. I'm thinking about making a video about like teachers' salaries and how they can be different and why and stuff like that. And maybe versus Vietnam salaries too, and then maybe a video at a restaurant. So a food one and a teacher salary one, and then this live stream and I'll do a members live when I'm on the way to one of those other ones. I did a poll on my page the other day about what kind of videos would you guys want to see, and the majority has said they want to see me interview a teacher. Here's some monks. They go around and they'll stop in front of a business and do like a singing prayer or like a chanting thing in front of them, and then they get a blessing or a donation or whatever. Mary asks, do I ever shop at this market that I'm about to go to? No, I don't. You could though. It's tough to stand still. Nick, you're asking, did I get your message on Facebook about the job? I forget now. I think I did, but I forget what the message said. I might have answered you. My deal is like in 2 weeks I'm going on a trip to Thailand, so I can't like get a job right now and then be like, oh, I need a week off right when they give me a bunch of students and a schedule and stuff. So I have to wait 1 month, and then I'll be really entertaining job offers big time. It's busy. It's so sunny I can't see my phone too. Hey. There's like lots of umbrellas to block the sun, but they're too short for, I have to duck everywhere. Yeah, it's Russian market area, Bong Trebek Plaza. Oh yeah, no, it's not Russian market actually. Russian market's all the clothes and everything. But I'm in that neighborhood. I'm probably like, whatever. I'm in the way. I can tell there's people behind me trying to get around me. Can't just stand still. Get a lot of dirty looks. It's friendly here, but it's because I'm coming around with I'm pointing my phone at everybody and not buying anything. They're probably sick of that. Like, don't come here if you're not buying anything. and they're trying to work, and they're like working with meat, raw meat and everything, so they're not dressed up to their best, and they're not dressed up to be in a video, and then now I'm making them be in a video when they might not look their best right now and stuff like that first thing in the morning. But if I walked in looking to buy something, I went, "Hey, good morning, guys," they would be like so happy and friendly and everything. No one's coming right now. I can stand here for a little bit. Oh, someone's coming now. Whoops, sorry. Yeesh. Get me out of there. Rin, do they charge you more for being foreign? I've heard that, or it's like what they'll say is if you can speak Khmer, then you can. They won't do that, you know. If I walked up and I'm looking and they go, "Hey, how can I help you, sir?" and stuff, and then I'm looking around and then I respond in Khmer, it would be like, "Whoa!" Like whatever price they had in their head, they would go back to normal. They would give you a good price because it's totally true. They add a lot on, but sometimes not. They don't change the price that much. I don't really shop here, but it's even whatever they try to charge you is still cheap. It's just I've heard it's a very common thing. Like, or if you get a local girlfriend and then you go shopping with them, and then they're bartering for you and stuff like that, they can get the price down a lot, which means there was room to come down. No thanks. And then I just had a lineup of guys that try to offer me tuk-tuks. I'm like in the middle of filming a video. Yeah, I have a friend that he needed to buy a traditional shirt because he was going to go to a wedding, just to attend a wedding. It's like looks like an Asian type traditional, like not very nice shirt. And so he went to a local market and they were trying to charge him like $60 for it or something. And then he went back, he didn't buy it, and he went back with his girlfriend and they got it down to like 25 or so. It was like something crazy. So they do that because it's an opportunity. Things like that's just real business. That's real capital. Things cost. Like, what do things cost? They cost what someone is willing to pay for it. That's what they cost. Like, it doesn't. Same with when God, I can't go anywhere. Now there's a car coming through here. Do you guys have questions about teaching or moving here? I forgot what I was talking about now. Yeah, the whole title of this video is, hey, why don't you teach in, or sorry, why don't you like visit Cambodia or Vietnam for a year? So I think a lot of people don't consider it as something they can do for like just a year, and then maybe if they don't have a degree, it's not even on their radar. Like, and just so you know, you do not need a degree to teach in Cambodia. You just have to be a native English speaker and get a TEFL certificate. And I have a link below to the one that I took, and it guarantees you a job after. Fucking look at me. So Rin says, what's a good website or app for looking for apartments there? Facebook Marketplace, or another good one is Cambodia 24 website. I guess they have an app too. And you navigate to, it's so sunny I can't see. It's really hot day today. I bet you it's 36 right now or more. It's only like 9 a.m. Cambodia24.com, and it's like online classifieds where you could even buy and sell things. But they've got categories, and there's a section for sorry, I can't talk with this bullshit going by here. The fuck is that? She's like, I've got soup and donuts here for breakfast. So yeah, Cambodia24, it's like a online classifieds for anything. You could get musical instruments, you could get like, or sell things. It's kind of like Craigslist, or but not as sketchy. Anyways, there's a section that would be like real estate, and then you keep filtering down like buying or renting, and then a house or apartments, and then what neighborhoods, and like you can filter your search down to like exactly what you want. And what ends up happening is when you see a listing you like, you message them and say, hey, is this still available, or can I come and see this one? And what they'll do is arrange a time, but then they'll also send you links to like 4 or 5 other apartments that have the same qualities and the same neighborhood and stuff. Because then they'll say, how about while we meet up, let's not just only look at one, let's look at like 5 in this neighborhood that are all like similar with the type of things that you want. They'll ask you like, do you need 1 bedroom, or do you need air conditioning? Do you have to have a balcony? Do you like, the things that you need in your apartment? So after you message someone about one listing, then you kind of have a rep on your side who's going to be looking for stuff that they'll ask, what type of things do you want? And then they'll keep sending you links and arranging to go view them. And you'll go view like 5 at a time, and and then when you like one, you just pay the first and last, and that's it. You just move in right away. And then Facebook Marketplace, same thing. And what I would do is I would do that several times. Like, so I've messaged a guy, and then I've got a guy out there he's like, I'll get back to you in a day or 2 with a few more links, and I'll look around and find some places for you. And I say, okay. But then I just keep on looking on Cambodia24, and I find some other one some other listing that has nothing to do with that first guy. And then I message them, hey, is this still available? Blah, blah, blah. And now I have two guys sending me links and out there, and I don't care. I'm not loyal to, you don't have to be married to only one guy, right? So I'm like, I'm messaging, you could have 4 or 5 real estate reps looking for places for you and sending you links, and then as soon as you find one that works, then that person wins, I guess. So Cambodia 24 or Facebook Marketplace. I think there's an app or a website called like Cambodia Realty or something. It's for something really obvious name like that. Can't remember now. And they had stuff. It's just like sometimes you could find a website like that, but then it's all expensive apartments. It's not the ones that are like $200. It's ones that are like $500, or it's like corporate offices that are for rent and stuff. And you're like, oh, this isn't what I'm looking for. It's like, so the ones I've told you are more like the type of apartments we're talking about. And these real estate reps that you get linked up with, who will answer your, you know, when you message a listing and you're like, can I come see this, or is it available, and someone answers you, they're like a real estate rep, and they work for like a company that's, I guess they're getting paid to try to get people to get the apartment or whatever. And so they have, sometimes those companies have their own website. And I think the one that I've ended up using a couple times was Cam Realty, C-A-M Realty. And I looked that up on somewhere, Facebook or maybe Google it. And because then you could go to their page and see all the apartments that they're representing. But yeah, if you do Cambodia 24, you're not limited to only one company's listings. It'll show like, that's the other thing. You might think, well, Cambodia 24 sounds sketchy. It's just like local people putting a listing. It's not. These real estate firms, they post their listings on Cambodia 24 too. So it's kind of like a platform where all the listings are getting put in one place. Or like a lot of them, a lot of different ones. Maybe not all of them, but yeah, now it's too far into the video that I was just thinking I should have talked more about what the title was about. I tried to walk, there's someone driving the wrong way. There's no rules of the, like everyone just drives. Imagine if you were just bike riding in a field, that's how they drive on the roads here. Like it's just anywhere you want to go, you go. And everything just moves like liquid. I found a good spot now. I can stand here. That's what I always say. Nazawa Alpha, you need a teaching job. Or they're saying, I need a teaching job. Are you in Cambodia? Where are you? If you have a TEFL certificate, there's programs at AVSE. It's a TESOL school that I went to, and they guarantee a job placement coming out of the course. But they also have a little side program for people that are already a teacher, or you already have your TEFL. And it's only a 9-day program. It only takes 9 days. And it's like half the price of a TEFL. And you get a job. They guarantee you a job coming out of it. Basically what it is for the 9 days, you go around to schools and you observe teachers teaching their class for an hour, and you make notes about it. And then you go back and you take over the classroom for an hour a few times. So you get a bunch of actual real world teaching practice. And you get like lesson planning workshop and stuff. And then after that, they start sending your CV out to all the schools that are in need, and you'll get job interviews. But you cannot apply for jobs from outside of the country. You have to move here without a job and go around and try to find a job in person. There's no way to secure a job from outside of the country. That's what I find. Most people that email me or message me like the way you are right now, it's like people that they're sitting at home and they haven't even come here, and they're asking me to give them a job. It's like you have to be here. There's no way they'll hire you from outside of the country. Especially if you're from a non-native English speaking country, they probably, there's way less schools that'll want that. But also sometimes people from those countries have difficulty getting in or getting a long-term visa. So they don't want to give you a job if they're not even sure if you're going to even make it into the past customs in the airport and everything. So you have to get into the country, then they can see, okay, you made it in, and then they'll interview you and you could get a job. Or the easiest way is to take the AVSE program, and then that'll, on top of preparing you properly to do the job right, it'll also guarantee you like a whole bunch of job interviews until you land one. So the link's in the description. They do Cambodia and Vietnam, but you have to have a degree to work in Vietnam. So if you have a degree, you go for Vietnam. If you don't have a degree, you could come to Cambodia. And that's part of my idea for the title of this video is, you know, when sometimes people finish high school and maybe they don't know what they want to major in. They don't know what university they want to go to or what they want to take. And sometimes they'll go traveling for a year, or they'll go do something for a year and get an experience. And that could also be after college, or it could also be maybe you're partway through college and you didn't like what you took and you're switching your major, but you want to take a year off. And you know, when young people and they go backpacking through Europe or whatever, and I want to tell people, you could consider, if you're someone in that position, consider a year in Cambodia or Vietnam. And also it's a great jumping place to visit the other surrounding countries, because you get time off as a teacher. There's holidays and 4-day weekends and times off where you could go to Vietnam for a few days and go to Thailand for a few days, go to Laos, you know, go to Vietnam. And I think sometimes people in that age group, like imagine if you were only 19, you might not think that you could just be a teacher yet because you're too young or you didn't do enough school, but you can in Cambodia. So if you are in that point in your life where you don't like what you're doing right now and you don't know what you want to do next, and you want like a year to just get away from it and have an amazing experience, and you could like work while you're here, then you're also making a difference in the lives of these children and stuff. Then, you know, consider doing a year in Cambodia or Vietnam or longer. I've been here for 3 years now. The link's in the description. You do not need a degree to be a teacher in Cambodia. I know a guy that's 19 here and he's a high school teacher here. So yeah, and Matto's in the chat. He says Cambodia has plenty of holidays. They have more holidays than in the Western world. They're different though, so sometimes you don't get the holiday you're used to from back home, but it'll be like a month later and it'll be called something else. You have to get you have to do all the Cambodia ones. But there's usually like a long weekend every month or more. And sometimes the holidays here last for more than one day. It'll be like a Thursday, Friday, and a Monday. And like, so sometimes the holidays here go on for a while, and then you get a lot of days off in a row. and it's like between terms and between semesters. Depends how different schools work different, but they'll usually have like a week off for the students, like you know, part of the school year's done and it's that semester's over and they did their exam for that part of the year and they get their quarterly report card, and then before the next term starts, it's kind of like, oh, the rest of the week is off, like you get 4 or 5 days off, and that happens a few times. It can depend how your school operates, but that type of thing on top of holidays. So really, if you live and teach in Cambodia, you can visit all of Southeast Asia on any of those days off, and you'll have the money to do it from teaching. And you'll have the friends to go with that you made in the TEFL class when you do your... I still have like 4 friends from my TEFL class 3 years ago that are still here, and we're all teachers. I guess I'm the closest to not being a teacher because I took a little break, but I don't know, even when I left that job, then I started teaching with a language center, and then they ran out of students for me, or they kind of folded. So that wasn't my fault. And then I'm about to, as soon as I get back from Thailand, I'm going to teach again. So I only took a break. I took like a 8 months break or something to focus on my YouTube, but I increased it by like 10,000 subscribers in that time, so it's at least it was worth it. I got to get a job again, and I'm back from Thailand at the end of November. I'm not in Thailand now, but I mean in like 2.5 weeks I'm going to Thailand for 5 or 6 days, and then that's why I'm not pushing to get a job right now, because I know I have to go on this trip. But then when I get back, I'm going to buckle down, and I guess that'll be content for you guys. You'll be able to see my new teaching job or whatever. I might go crawling back to my old job. I have a few leads to maybe teach online. Like I have some friends that were doing it in teaching online in Kampot, and they said they would send my email. Like it just sounds, I just see it not working out. I'm going to end up going back to my old job, I bet. Yeah, Matto says Cambodia is a great jumping point to travel because you're right in the middle of all the places, so it's always a short flight, or you could even take a bus to most of the places. And you don't have to go through like multiple countries to get to your destination. It's like, because Cambodia's in the middle, you just cross one border to get into any of them. And like coming back, the visas are way more relaxed here in Cambodia. So it's kind of a way that you could see all of Southeast Asia just by being a teacher in Cambodia, because you'll get time off. Oh, it's so annoying. I don't know if it's as loud through the microphone to you guys, like when a motorcycle goes by like that, you know, like when they sound like they have no muffler at all. And I'm getting to like, and the most important point, guys, is you know? Who knows what that was for? School bus. So should we go back through the market again? Let's do it. And like I wanted to talk about that, you know, when people do a year off and you could come here. Because I'm trying to think, like, what are the type of people that would be good candidates for like taking this course I always talk about and becoming a teacher. And I think that's a way you could get like a group of friends that are all together, like, yeah, we're all gonna do Cambodia for a year, and I could get like 3 people at once, or And I think it would be like win-win, like they would love it and the kids benefit. And jeez, can't walk anywhere here. It's so annoying. It's just like my nightmare. I'm kind of an introverted, I get anxiety and stuff, and just imagine you're almost getting run over every 2 seconds. I'm constantly thinking about if they're gonna, like, people snatching your phone is really common here. It's never happened to me, but I'm like pushing my luck. I keep two hands on it a lot, and I look at people in the face. The look on my face is like, try it. Like, don't even mess with me. I look at them in the face as if I'm saying, oh, you want to take this, you're trying to look at me to take my phone. It's more the guys on a bike like this because they can grab it and speed off. I have a story. I've told this like a year ago, but one of my friends got his phone stolen by a tuk-tuk driver. And what happened was he ordered a tuk-tuk with his phone, and it's in front of Basak Lane where it's really busy at 2 in the morning and a million tuk-tuks are there. So he thinks, so then one pulls up and he thinks that's probably his. So he gets in and the driver turns around confused, like, let me see your screen. Like, am I the right guy? Am I the right driver? So my friend like handed over his phone to him all the way, like let him completely hold it. And then the driver has like a fake phone, like a phone case full of cement or something, like just a brick phone. So in that second, like 2 seconds after he got it handed to him, the driver throws the brick phone like out the side door onto the ground outside. And my friend thinks that's his phone that the driver just threw. So imagine you handed your phone to the driver and he throws it out the door onto the ground. But really, it's not your phone. It's like a brick he threw on the ground. And then you look out there like, bro, what'd you do? And you step out to go pick it up, and then he drives away, and he still has your phone, your real phone. And that's what happened to my friend. So he passed it to the driver, and he thought the driver just tossed it on the ground outside. So he steps out to pick it up. The driver speeds away. My friend picks it up off the ground, and he can see it's just a phone case full of like rocks or whatever. And the guy had his real phone. But usually they just take it right out of your hand, even when you're on a phone call or like what I'm doing now, and they'll just rip it out of your hand and drive away. All right, we got 16 people. Let's go back through the chaos then. Jesus. Did you see that? They just drove right in front of me, like cut me off, like almost ran over my feet, and then stopped, and then completely stopped. It was as if I didn't exist. I don't know if you just saw that. The camera was like in the woman's back, like they just came right. It's unbelievable, unbelievably rude, like so rude, and don't give a shit about safety or anything. Morning, fellas. Outlaw. Yeah, so I'm doing a live. I'm hanging out with you guys. I'm answering questions, and I was bringing up the idea that people that take a year off to go traveling or backpack in Europe, you know, they might not ever consider Cambodia as one of their options they could do. And I want to talk about, like, hey, if you need a year off to figure out what you want to do with your life, or just get away from your hamster wheel grind and have an amazing experience and feel like you're making a difference, and, you know, meet lots of cool people, broaden your mind and stuff like that, then, you know, consider Cambodia. You might not have even thought of that. You'd be thinking, well, where in Europe do I want to go, or do I want to go to Australia or something like that? Like, people in North America always say that. You might even be like, what is Cambodia? I don't even know where Cambodia is. It's like between Thailand and Vietnam. And you could come here. I have links to programs in my description that help you become a teacher. It's basically following in my footsteps, and they're a government accredited program, and they guarantee teaching job placement. They do Vietnam and they do Cambodia. I'm in Cambodia right now. And it doesn't have to be your life career. I'm saying, hey, like, you could have an amazing experience for like 1 year and come abroad. And as Maddo in the chat and I were saying, it's like the location of Cambodia is right in between all the other countries. So you could, while you're here being a teacher, there's many holidays, and then you could go on trips easily to Thailand, to Vietnam, to Laos. So really, if you're a teacher in Cambodia, you'll be able to experience like a lot of Southeast Asia, not just limited to only Cambodia, as well as all the different towns and cities in Cambodia. There's like Battambang, Sihanoukville. Cambodia has some beautiful islands too. My band has played at the resorts there too. Oh, the fish got out. Thought you could get away, didn't you? So that was kind of the thesis of this video. Like, if you're gonna take a year off and travel, let me show you an option that you never thought of, you know, Cambodia. Or Vietnam. But Vietnam, you have to have a degree to work there. So if you have a degree, go to Vietnam. If you don't, then Cambodia. This looks beautiful. I'm trying not to move too fast. I know I do that sometimes. Dried up fish. What I don't get sometimes is a lot of them are selling a lot of the same items, right? It's like, how do you know who you want to buy it from? Or like, how do they... I don't understand that. Like, how would you know who to buy it, who to get your eggs from, or who to get your... I guess you might be friends with someone, or maybe there's a certain price that you want to pay and you try to ask for that, and if they say no, you can go to the next person or something. But Because there's certain generic things, like these dragon fruits, they're everywhere. And it's like, do you buy them right there or do you buy them right there? How do they stay competitive between each other and stuff like that? Just came in front of me and stopped walking. Let's go. I guess if it's still jumping around, you don't have to worry that it's old or whatever. You know what I mean? Or it's been. I don't know if you could just hear that. That was the end of them chanting, the singing prayer chanting thing. They go around and do that, the monks, and then they'll get an offering or like a blessing, or the businesses will give them something, or money or food, or. Because I think, I shouldn't start talking about stuff I don't know about, but I think monks are not really allowed to have stuff. They're not allowed to be materialistic and like they can't be all about money and everything like that, so they have to get everything they get from people giving it to them. That's something like that. Yeah, Matto says you have to haggle. This guy was laughing at my sunglasses. He saw me flip them up and flip them down. This guy here on the motorcycle. Okay, now I'm just gonna start heading home to my neighborhood. Hey, Rupert. We're just walking around talking, and I chose the market as my place to come around. Try not to get run over. I know I'm moving fast now, but I'm just trying to get the hell out of here now. Jeez. It's going way too fast for a place where people are walking. So yeah, probably next I'll make a video at a restaurant, like right after this live stream. Here's a nice quiet place to talk to you guys. I can never win. It's either loud noise or someone running me over. That's a cute little truck though, look at that. It's like a truck instead of a tuk-tuk. A tuk-truck. A truck-tuk. Yeah, I like that better. Truck-tuk. It's kind of perfect, even though looks like a joke, but that's actually ideal. You'd rather have that. You could probably hold a lot of shit in there too. A truck-tuk. Wonder what restaurant I should go to. It's only 10 a.m. The Greek restaurant, Ilia Greek, they do breakfast. I could maybe have a Greek breakfast. No one's gonna watch that video. I did a poll on my channel of what kind of video do you want me to make, and food and drink was second place. So a lot of people did want to see a food video. Mary asked, how long was the wedding tent set up on your street? Yeah, it wasn't even there the next day, which is weird. It was only there that day. I didn't look out the window. I slept in a lot the next day after that, but the next morning there was no noise or anything. Sorry, that tuk-tuk almost got me. I think there's like a plant store. I was gonna buy plants one time right around here. So it's people selling stuff. Like, I don't know what he's saying, but Baby Rin, can you speak Khmer? What is that guy saying on a speaker there? Smart T says they just bought their flight ticket today. It's like, do I have something to say? Because then a big motor is going to drive by. That's what keeps happening. Smart T, just bought my flight ticket today to Cambodia for January. Good to be back. Another truck-tuk. Yeah, sometimes you just have to wait a long time and don't be impatient, because you don't want to end up in the hospitals here. If you just wait another 10 seconds, then you'll be fine. I don't know if you saw that. I moved even more out of the way to the left, and it felt like he turned into me. It's like, I don't know if I feel like when I'm walking and they come too close to me, it's like they're using me as their guide of where they should keep their bike. Kind of like when you try to parallel park and you look at something to be your anchor point that you're looking at when you're parking or turning or driving. Like they're using me standing there as their like anchor. Robin says, I'll be there in 2 weeks for the first time. Looking forward to it. Thanks for the content. That's awesome. It's exciting. You're coming at a good time because rain season is just ending. Like it rains every single day for like 6 months. But it's not horrible. It's like look at today. It's a beautiful sunny day, like, and then it might not even rain today, but it like, because we're near the end of rain season. But if it was like a rain season day like this, you could have a day like this all day. And then at about 4 p.m., between 4 and 6, you'll get like a monsoon. So you only get rain for like 2 or 3 hours of the whole day. So you could still, if you get out there early, you could still enjoy your day. But in Siem Reap, it comes earlier. They get their rain more like at noon or 11 a.m. and noon. So that sucks more for that. It ruins right in the middle of your day. So that's my building there. Home sweet home. Toys sur le mentoir. Seem like people here also don't like to use vehicle horn when driving. Maybe. I don't really notice that. Where I'm from, you don't use the horn ever, unless, like if someone was backing up and they're about to hit you because they're not looking, then you could honk and you're like, hey, I'm behind you. Like me, I'm behind you. Like, that's the only time we would ever touch the horn. Like if someone's creeping towards you and if you don't get their attention, they're gonna keep going and bang and bump into you, then you could beep, beep, like. Or if a red light turns green and there's someone in front of you and their head is down, they're not looking up, you can go like teet, teet, like beep, look, get going, like the light turned green. I don't know when else you would ever touch the horn. I've heard like in other countries, like in Italy, they hit the horn even when they change lanes or do anything, which is crazy. It would just be honking everywhere. Okay, Matto's gotta go. So yeah, consider moving. This is the end of the video, so get your questions in now. If you're considering taking a year off from your life and maybe you're thinking about Europe or you don't know where to go, like, I'm here to tell you, hey, Cambodia. You might not have even thought of that. And you could become a teacher quite easily. I have links in the description to do so. And if you're living and working here as a teacher, it's very easy to visit all the surrounding countries in Southeast Asia. Like, we're right beside Vietnam and Thailand and Laos. And there's also many like places just in Cambodia you could visit. And there's Koh Rong Islands too. And I have videos on all that stuff. Go explore my channel. I don't only do live streams on my phone. I make proper videos. So please go subscribe and check out my playlists. There's like 3 years of informative videos and shorts and live streams. And in the videos, I make all the music myself too. I'm a musician. I have my own little theme song jingle. So go check all that out. And yeah, if you decide to go for any of the programs and become a teacher, either here or Vietnam, just make sure you mention that you heard of it from Tom Trips Out. Has anyone else got anything else or a topic you want me to talk about or you were wondering about? I could give you another 5-10 minutes. The other thing, consider becoming a member. on this YouTube channel, I have a members section where I make extra videos for them almost every day. And I show you what I'm eating, or when I'm out making a proper video, I'll stop halfway in the middle of it and go live for my members and show them what I'm doing and stuff behind the scenes. And when I do uploads, sometimes I make it only visible to members for the first 2-3 days, so they get the sneak peek, and then I'll make it public. So they get a bunch of benefits, and it's only $4.99. And what I tell people is just sign up for 1 month. If you were thinking of donating to me, sometimes people send a super thanks in the chat, and I love that, but if you do that, you don't really get anything out of it. If you became a member for 1 month, it's $4.99, and then you'll have access to, like, there's 100 videos or more in the members area, and I'm putting new ones all the time now. And then pretty soon I'm going to Thailand in 2 weeks, so there'll be a lot of cool adventures, so it's a good month to sign up. And then if you like it, stay with it. If you don't want to stay with it, just do the 1 month for $4.99, and that's it. So just think about that, and find me on all the socials too. And if you think of any other questions and this is over, just put a comment below. And that's it. Go check out all my other videos. I've got lots of cool shit you could look at. Until next time, remember, how you spend your days is the way you spend your life. It's never too late to start tripping out.